In this video, I'll be checking out a new wireless CarPlay adapter from Carple. Now, this isn't your run-of-the-mill off-the-shelf CarPlay adapter. Its maker is Korean-based, and they've promised to write this from the ground up using their own technology and a couple of new extra additional features as well. It offers a smart band technology, which switches the Wi-Fi band to the most successful and the most reliable Wi-Fi band to reduce dropouts compared to 90% of its competitors. It has a bespoke application as well, so you can actually connect to this adapter, chat with their support, and use the web app to configure the adapter itself. And with promised over-the-air updates, they assure that they will be monitoring all the vehicles that this adapter supports to make sure that the adapter continues to work with it. And it promises a very fast boot up time as well. So lots of boxes are being ticked here. Let's see if that's the case by first checking out what comes inside the box. So first things first, I thought I'd just show you the box because they've done a really good job of packaging what is technically just another one-of-the-mill wireless adapters. Its box is very reminiscent of unveiling an Apple Watch. Got very similar packaging. You've got a wireless CarPlay adapter manual there, paper. And then you've got the actual adapter itself, which has all been wrapped to protect its glass top and bottom. And then you've got a USB-A to USB-C adapter for modern CarPlay ports in the car. And unlike most manuals, this is all very nicely presented, well designed. It just basically tells you how to get everything connected and how the adapter is all set up and how to get it running. Okay, so looking over at the adapter, we have another blast from the past. It's another tethered adapter with a tethered braided cable that can't be replaced. Got a USB-A connector on one end, braided cable in the middle for longevity, and at the other end is the business end, which is the adapter itself, which is surrounded in airplane grade aluminium, black kind of colorway to the metal, which is nice and sleek. It's been chamfered at the edges there. Top and bottom, we've got some tempered glass top and bottom with some stamps on one end and a Carple logos on both sides. And this material is basically going to help with dissipating the heat from the chip inside and help keep things cool and hopefully operational. They have a bold claim that it's been tested on over 5,000 vehicles. So in theory, the compatibility should be there. As I said, it's a Korean-based company, so it's a little bit different to the Chinese brands that are pumping out pretty much the same adapter with a different brand on top of it. This is something that's been sort of drafted up from the ground up. And as a result, obviously it's going to have different compatibilities. It's going to have a different way to update the adapter as well as connecting to it and adjusting any of its onboard settings. And we'll be checking that out in the car demo later on. Now, this smart band technology that I've mentioned earlier, basically using Wi-Fi for wireless CarPlay. It's a kind of connection protocol that's not really that well equipped for being used on the move. So when you are connecting your phone to an adapter such as this, if you've got a busy Wi-Fi network in a city, for example, where you just so happens to be coming close to a Wi-Fi band that's using the same one as this one, they're basically talking over each other. Now, with this smart band technology, they promise that this adapter will automatically switch the Wi-Fi band to help reduce the amount of dropouts that occur by about 90% compared to its competitors. Now, how that does that on the fly, I'm not quite sure, because in theory, once the band switches, so should CarPlay disconnect. But if you are suffering with dropouts in your local region over Wi-Fi, then this adapter might be something worth considering. But it definitely looks the part, and there's no additional connections or ports to write home about here. We just have to plug it in and see how well it works. So let's jump in the car and let's do that. So I'll see you there. Right, so we're in the Cooper Born and we've got the Carple wireless adapter here ready to get plugged in. We're going to plug this first into my USB port and see how quickly it takes to boot up. Now, because the USB-C port, we're going to use the adapter that comes supplied. But if you've got a more traditional USB-A port, you can use the stock one that comes at the end of the braided cable here. Connecting now. Right, and that's us into the CarPlay interface for the adapter. A little bit more extra effort has been put into this front screen, but technically It's pretty much the same as all the others, just had a little bit more garnish and a little bit of effort put into it. You can see it's prompting us to connect to the Bluetooth. Make sure that we've got CarPlay, here the ID is, and a way to get access to the website should you have any problems. So let's get this first paired up to our iPhone. Once we've got our iPhone here and we've got the Bluetooth open up, we can hear the profile. Pair and allow. Connect, all nice and quick. And we're in there super fast into the CarPlay interface. So we've disconnected and we're going to connect this back in so we can see how quickly it takes from power to wireless CarPlay. So connecting now. That's us into wireless CarPlay. Now you can see here it's nice and buttery smooth as expected on adapters currently. So no glitches there. We're going to go into the maps here, do a little bit of a wiggle and go in and out, nice and responsive. We can also do 3D, but nice and responsive there. Can put up some directions and see that we've got pass-through for navigation. Now, sadly, there's no pass-through being sent to my instrument cluster here, nor on my HUD. So no instrument cluster pass-through, unfortunately, on this adapter. So that's unfortunate. We'll just quickly connect to its IP config menu. And here we have a much more nicer looking IP config menu. You've got a cog up here to look at changing the audio sample rate. So it's a lot different to most other adapters. You can see that they've done this from the ground up. So you've got lossless and lossy audio qualities. You've got a startup delay for incompatibility. Changing the Wi-Fi to a different band. Then you've got connection page if you don't want to show that on boot up. And you've got GPS, which is enabled. Now it is pointing us the right way. So I'd say GPS pass-through confirmed. And you can save the settings there. Going back, you can look for updates as well. We are up to date, so that's all good. So that's the IP config menu. Let's jump into audio and play some music. So that's the responsive rate on touch. Wheel controls, backwards and forwards, works. Seeking, that works. Call button, send an audio message to test. Hi, this is Anthony from CarPlayLife.com, and this is an audio message of the Carple Wireless CarPlay Adapter, and this is an audio test. Okay, that's good, and the audio is resumed there as well. Happy with that. Okay, let's do a call test. Hello? 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 Delay is not too bad, and the call quality is actually good too. So good pass there on the calling. I'll just quickly show you some navigation with this adapter so you can see the delay between the navigation on screen and the real life turn points in the feed as well. So you can see the delay of those two together. So the Carple Wireless CarPlay Adapter currently retails on Amazon for $49.99. And you can check out my link down below to learn more about this adapter, support my channel, and buy yourself one. Generally nice to see a different company with a different take on the wireless adapter here. Unfortunately, it doesn't do Android Auto. It would be nice to have a 2-in-1 from them. But you can see they have done things a little bit differently, but it really hasn't given that much an advantage in terms of speed, potentially from boot, but in terms of pairing and usability generally, it seems probably a little bit level pegging with the middle tier to high tier of other adapters here. But one thing could be compatibility. So if you do find the majority of adapters do struggle with your car system, this might be a different platform and might offer some additional compatibility for your vehicle as well. So do consider that alongside all the others that are currently available. And for its price of $49.99, that's actually quite reasonable. There are cheaper that are out there, but considering this has been written from the ground up and is a little bit different, then you've got that positive as well. It is using the more traditional dongle tethered cable route of this adapter. So if you do have a large cubby hole or a front facing USB port, it is going to hang around on the dashboard rather than just stuck in like the more modern CarPlay adapters are out at the moment. So do factor that in. But if you've got a cubby hole somewhere else and you can stow it away, then that is much less of an issue. But generally it performs well. It's a nice different take on a wireless adapter. So if you are looking for something a little bit different, then give this adapter a look. All right, thanks for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. If it has, give us a big thumbs up and let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below, and I'll try my best to answer them. If you'd like to support my channel and my content, you can do so by leaving us a super thanks donation down below on YouTube, or check out the link here to buy me a coffee, and you can support me there too. I really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.